What? Let's watch it. We're gonna watch it. Hopefully it's not too long. How long is it? 20 minutes. Oh, guys, you know that's good for me.
Season 2 has come to an end.
This is good for me.
Which means I'll have to find something else.
Hold up, you guys know I still don't have my other monitor, so I'm gonna have to get my chat. Is it okay if my chat stays in the corner, or do you guys want it on full screen?
To post 12 times a day about. And throughout this video I'll be shedding light on the behind the scenes, the things you didn't see, and providing answers to all of your burning questions. All within 21 minutes and 33 seconds. Why? Well, that's
yeah, I'm going to keep it in the corner, guys.
Now what better place to start then? Before I went in. Cast your minds back to November 15th, 2 days after the Sidemen Machu Picchu trip, still suffering with the symptoms of Perupi butthole. And I'm just sat here wondering what to think of the next week.
Someone says subscribe to him, Sally. There you go. Sorry, George. I know you really needed my subscription, so I've subscribed.
What were my thoughts before I went inside? I had no real idea what to think. I went in and I was.
Do you know what? I don't know if you guys actually know this, but the days that we went in to film our video intro, so yeah, the day we went in to film our video intro, each person got asked who is their dream contestant to be on Inside with them. So you might have seen that Mandy, she said like Denzel Washington, I think. Looks so random. Anyways, when I got asked, who is your dream contestant on Inside, I actually said George Clarkey. And I didn't know who was going to be on it. Me and George beforehand, like we never spoke. Me and George's relationship beforehand was literally me sending him creepy ass reels. And he hated it. He was like, Millie, this is so cringe. Yappa, yappa, yappa. So I literally, yeah. I'm done right there. So I was so excited when he was in there because, he was like the person I wanted to be in there with. Anyways, let's go back. Let's go back.
Treat it like a YouTube video. You'll be able to go in if someone's pissed you off. Just shut up. Don't say anything. Just breathe on through. Easy breezy, baby. But I don't think I had any idea how physically and emotionally taxing it would be. It was genuinely the most draining experience of my life.
Me and George mentally went through a lot.
Thanks, Sidemen. Did I have a game plan? Literally none. Because I felt like if I did have a game plan and I was like, right, I'm gonna get cozy with these people and these people, and then I'll have people to back me up. Like, then that's just so many things.
He definitely did not have a game plan.
Keep spinning. That feels like so much extra effort. I'd kind of just like to wait till a ball pit comes in the shop, preferably. How did I get asked to go on the show? I think it was the Barge Sidemen video. I don't know if people watched that. Yes, obviously. Simon, afterwards, we were at the pub and he just...
That guy actually sounds like... Well, you guys want me to do bigger screen? I was just keeping it out because obviously I can't access the chat because my monitor's broke. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay, if I have half screen, I can't see the chat, guys, because it's broke. So we're going with what we have.
Just sort of said, would you be interested on going on? As like a very preliminary sort of thing. And I was like, yeah. But then literally heard nothing for like months. And I got a message from one of the people higher up at the Sidemen. Would you be interested in going on it? And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something that could happen. And they just rang and I picked up the phone and they went, so would you do it? And I was like, yeah. And they go, okay, so basically what we've got to think of now is, oh, that's me done then. It was literally
That is literally what happened to me. I got a DM on Instagram from the Sidemen saying, hey Millie, like we'd love to have a chat with you about you participating in a new show thing, whatever. I'm thinking 20 versus 1. You know that cringy shit that Jason done the other day? I thought it was going to be that. And bear in mind, there's no way. Even if I was single, I'd go in something like that. I just, no way. I hate men too much. So, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then, yeah, I answered the phone and they were like, yeah, we want you on Inside season 2. Yappa, yappa, yappa. And I was like, oh, okay, here's me thinking, like, I need to audition. And they were just like, okay, so, like, it starts in 4 weeks. And I was like, okay. And they were like, we need you in 2 weeks to do a photo shoot. And I was like, oh. They're like, this is how much you'll get paid. And then this is, and I was like, oh, okay. So it was pretty simple. I didn't actually, like, I didn't need to do anything to go on the show. I thought it'd be like an audition system, but nope. No. Anyways, let's go back to the video.
That simple. How did I find out it was on Netflix? I was doing the Sidemen Portugal trip. I was in a taxi with Tobe Jizzle, Simon Miniminter, and KSI HD. Both videos filmed on the way back to the airport. At this point, I was confirmed to be on Inside, so we were sort of talking, going back and forth. We could tell they were sort of holding information back, like naturally, because they don't want to just give everything away about the show. And then there was like a sort of pause, and then JJ just goes, "And isn't it crazy? It would just be on Netflix."
No way! That's mad. You know, all the other contestants were only told. We were only told the day before we went in that was on Netflix. No one else knew. No one knew. I knew because I guessed it, because they said it's going to be on like a broadcasting channel, and I knew, this is just my smartness, I knew that the Sidemen came out with a documentary with Netflix a year before in February, and they said it was going to get posted in February, so it wouldn't have been a different broadcasting because they would have at least had exclusivity for a year. So I was like, oh, okay, it's probably going to be Netflix. And my friends and family were like, no, surely not. Like, that's crazy if it is. Like, that's some bad thing, whatever. And I was like, I'm pretty sure. Day before, they were like, it's on Netflix. So George is basically a Sidemen member because he finds all that shit out before all of us. Anyways, back to the video.
Fuck! And I just look at Simon, and Simon just goes, surprise! But they were just like, oh, well, has that changed your opinion on anything? And I was like, I mean, I didn't see a downside to it. Did I ask any of the previous cast? I asked Chloe what the hell the experience was like. She didn't have best opinions, so I went and just said to Ginge, I'm going on. He went, fuck off. I'll be honest, I didn't get a lot of information out of these people. Did I know anyone going in? When I spoke to Chloe, she let me know about Whitney. I didn't know who Whitney was, but she was like, yeah, Whitney's chill, you'll be all right. She said PK, she knew PK was going in. So Sidemen, there's your leak. Don't go telling Burrows anything. It was all under wraps. So I feel like I'd heard a few murmurings of people, but they didn't actually end up being the ones on the show. And I pulled up in the little sort of spaceship Uber they gave me, and I got out of the car and then turned around, and Dylan was just stood outside of his taxi. I wonder if he did know, actually.
Oh, no way.
That's why we voted you out, man. What the hell are you asleep for at 8 o'clock?
Dylan, don't fuck with us. Dylan does not answer anything. Dylan doesn't answer anything. He doesn't respond to anything. He literally is useless. My mom's saying, how's the stream going? Bless her. Anyways, build your dream inside cast. Okay, that'll be fun. I'll do that once I finish this video. You know I like this video because it's not a long one.
I joke. What happened the day before? So, day before, I greet Dylan, I don't greet him, I act like I haven't seen him, as I do with most people I know. And we went in, there was I think the first thing I did was the sort of VT, like intro Love Island style video. Did a little couple bits to the TikTok gals, as in the people that work for Sidemen. That's not just what I call making a TikTok video myself. And then they were just sort of very strategic, because I think there was at least like 4 of us that were doing our interview sort of stuff at that same time. Went from there to a person who's asking what.
That's how I actually as well. Another bit of gossip. The day I went to film my VT, I knew that Whitney and Farah were going to be contestants because my manager saw Whitney. And the second one, they were like describing what she looked like for Farah. They're like, she's got really long curly hair. They were just describing her. And I was thinking, who's popping at the minute that has this description that's like, would be a big character on the show? X, Y, and Z. I guessed it was Farah, and I was right! Honestly, I'm too smart for this shit. I'm just too smart. Anyways, let's go to the next one.
Dream item on the shop. What sort of thing do you think could sway you when you're in there? What's your biggest fear? Why would I give you the answer? I shall, but why would I? I know a lot of people have said, like, just don't give them the answer, but you kind of have to.
The cast got leaked before the show anyway, right? No.
If I'm like,
so, the cast got leaked. Right. The inside cast got leaked because we all went out afterwards. So when we were going inside, no pun intended, we didn't know who was going to be on. Besides, obviously, I saw Whitney and all that. But after the show, obviously, that's when we all knew. And then we all went on a night out. We all followed each other. And then everyone figured it out. Because basically, they announced that it was going to be on Netflix while we were filming it. So that's when people put it together, like Jason wasn't streaming, Sinner wasn't streaming, go to their followers, who are they following? Boom. And some fucker posted us out. I actually think it might have been PK that posted some of us out together, not all of us. I wasn't in any of the videos. Only there is one circulating on the internet at the minute of me, George, and Jason. But like, besides that, I wasn't in anything. Was it like an NDA before everyone was announced? There was an NDA. We weren't allowed to say anything until the show came out. So obviously when someone said rookies, well, yeah, but no, I don't know. Anyways.
Oh, I'm going to say the thing that would tempt me is a front row ticket to a Greta Thunberg rally. That's clearly not going to sway me.
How dare you?
The next room, which was like a medical sort of / safety briefing, the most boring 15-minute video I've ever seen in my life, just behind this one.
Yeah.
Shout out you. Thanks for coming, subscribe. And then we got...
They made us watch a video about safe sex and washing our hands.
Sent to a hotel room, which we weren't allowed to leave until the next morning when we were told to. But then it was time to...
Someone's asked, how do you cover a group of 12 people who suddenly just stopped posting? So when I went on, not that anyone would give a fuck anyways if I stopped posting, but I posted every single day. Same as George. So we had someone monitoring our accounts, but because Jason and Sinner stream, they weren't able to just disappear. Anyways.
to go into the house. So wish me luck.
He's so funny.
So now I'm inside and there's no going back. What was it like going in first? Honestly, I kind of expected it once I'd walked into the actual studio because everybody was still being quite loud and I was like, there's no roof on this thing, the sound's gonna travel. You'd think they'd be whispering. And then they were like, yeah, once you get in, just sort of say what you see, make some jokes. And I'm like, that's kind of easier said than done. So I went in and I just sort of waffled for like 20 minutes straight. Thankfully, they cut a lot of it. In my head, I was like, God, at least 10 minutes of this is going in. It needs to be good stuff, George. And I didn't whip a lot of good stuff out. Did it feel like a house? Weirdly, after a couple of days, it kind of did.
Yeah,
you're very
so
aware
weird.
it's a set. You can see the cameras. You can see the studio lights and the
So
rigging
strange.
and everything above you.
When I tell you, yeah, it was so weird. Like, it was so weird. Because, like, you'd be going to sleep, yeah? This is my impression. I feel like I'm fucking dead. No, I'd be going to sleep. And I just open my eyes, and then there's a high ceiling. Like, imagine, like, high, like, roller coaster high. Well high above. Then there's just loads of studio lights. It was so strange. But then when you, like, don't look up, it feels like a normal house. But, like, it's literally not. Do you sleep on your back? I did not even sleep, guys. Inside, I'll make a YouTube video explaining my experience more, but they had to give me herbal tablets to help me try and fall asleep because I would stay up late. But I think it's because, look, I'm not self-diagnosing, but you guys know, I have been told that I have high signs of ADHD. And I know that's like attention-seeking thing everyone says they have that now, but like, that's why I don't say I have it. But like, I have been told I might have it. And if I do, that's probably makes sense because I really, really struggle to fall asleep. Like, I always need something playing in the background. I need something. Milo's crying. So, yeah. I struggled to fall asleep every single night. It was horrible. But, yeah. Let's go back to the video.
Then you just kind of like, it just becomes the norm. You don't think about it, you're just walking around and it's like,
So weird.
it's this really weird, sort of like institutionalized feeling.
Modern Family all the
Good
time,
word.
yeah, that's
It wasn't
true.
like, oh shit, I'm on the set
I
of
watch Modern
Friends.
Family every
I wait
night.
for the laughter track, you know? Best first impression, I always tee off with Kermit the Frog. No, it was probably PK. No, but I feel like we got each other the whole time we were in there, despite him trying to vote me out once. We had like a good little thing. And then I think in my first Room 19 that they sort of ask you about everything that's going on, I was like, Jason and Sinner, I'm enjoying getting to know them, because I was. Was the rice and beans any good? No. Yeah, there was no flavour at all. It was just rice,
Disgusting.
just beans. It felt like they washed
Like,
all
it
the
was
flavour
so
off
bad.
like, completely, which is where this
What
bad boy
season
would
of
have
Modern
really
Family you
helped.
on?
But one of
I
the
finished
days,
that shit
there
like
was
5 times.
actual flavour. It really changed my whole life.
Look at him
I
with
sort
his
of
air
forgot
up
that I was
bowl. Bet you any money there's an ad.
eating rice and beans, and I was transported to a new dimension.
There's no
which is
way.
what I feel like I get from an air up.
I told you! There's no way you would just pick up this air.
Forget that I'm just drinking.
I'm not getting paid to promote him.
I am jealous, and not just of his behind, but the bottle that's in his hand.
Huh?
What's there?
I ain't
And it
getting
literally
paid.
on
I
the
ain't gonna get
symbol that
paid.
it's on literally just does track you as you get into
called
the
it.
shower. I don't know if anybody did it in the nud. I don't know why PK decided to start spreading fake news that I wasn't showering.
I didn't see him shower once or change his boxes.
Really?
Cold showers every day in my bockies. It's actually
I
quite
will play
demoralising.
schedule one.
It tracks you in there, and then once you're in there, it goes like, and like turns away. And it's kind of like, is the show that bad? Is this not doing it for you? Were you allowed outside? No, yes. Well, obviously the whole premise is inside. You're not allowed to just go outside. But they were like, people are having vape breaks. So if you want to just have fresh air, you can. I didn't until day 6. Just because I was like, hey, I want to just play the game.
You know what? This is probably when me and George and Sinner fucked up. We were the only ones that didn't go out. And so, let me try this chocolate. Anyways, we all didn't go out, okay? Me, Sinner, and George did not go out that house for a 10-minute break at all. Till day 5, me and Sinner got advised by the welfare team to go out. So did George. We got advised to. And as soon as I went out, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I got out, I looked outside. That's when reality hits. Because when you're in there, it's like not real life. Like when I was in that house, I did not think about one person in my life. As soon as I stepped outside and the wind hit my face and I looked up, it literally, I literally like wanted to go home. It's so sad. Like I got really emotional and I wanted to cry my eyes out. I just wanted to go home. Not because I wasn't having a good time, but I just thought, it's like so weird. I don't know how to explain it, guys. You have to be in a situation like that and able to understand. But that was actually the day I got voted off as well. So when I got voted off, I know I look a bit annoyed. I wasn't annoyed. I was trying to control myself from not crying because I literally was so overwhelmed and emotionally like, ugh, I wanted to cry. So when I got voted off and Sinner was telling me, oh my God, you're such an amazing person. And I literally wanted to cry. So that's probably why I was a bit like, because I was trying not to burst into tears. 1K viewers. Oh my God. Nice. I can't actually see how many people watch. I turned it off because I don't want to know how many people are watching. I just talk shit. W streamer. Look. W streamer. Do you mean chalky fingers? I got watch out because the Reddit weirdos will make an edit. Right, let's go back to the video.
I play the game, it's a challenge. It was quite a fun challenge until it wasn't, and then it was just horrible. There was a time where, because it's obviously in a studio, the side of the wall where like, the trucks
opened.
come in, like raised up, and from our room we all stood on the bed and we could see the outside. Honestly, the strangest shit. We were like meerkats on this bed, just like appreciating.
No, have you ever watched? Oh shit! I wasn't even showing you it. Sorry, I forgot, guys. I'm new at streaming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He was talking about when the doors open. Anyway, so this is actually true. So we were in there. Can you imagine? Have you ever watched Toy Story? Has anyone ever watched Toy Story? Elle scream. Don't be mean to me. Oh, I don't have a monitor. It's broken. Toy Story. Okay. You know in Andy's room when all his walls are full of like clouds. Okay. And you have the toys and like, oh, then Andy's there and you're like, ooh. Yeah. So when these doors opened, we literally felt like Andy's toys because you're looking up, you're seeing these walls, obviously as the ceiling, and you're like in this little box as like characters. It was so strange. Anyway, she's doing her best, guys. I know, guys, why are you being mean to me? You already know I'm trying my best. Anyways, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the video. W inside toys, literally.
Sky, and it was like London sky as well, so it was just like grey. Did we
No,
get
it
new
wasn't.
clothes every day?
George is telling a porcupine. It wasn't grey.
I think you got like a tracksuit maybe every 2 days, pajamas maybe
Yeah.
every 2 days, new t-shirt every day.
Oh my
Your
God, it
buckies were
was
your own,
so cold in that place. Like so cold. To the point they gave us thermals. At night it was freezing. To the point where if you watch the first episode when I first go in, compared to the last day, tell me why my voice went like this to, yeah, so like I'm really enjoying the inside house. Sound like I smoked 20 cigarettes a day. I literally was so ill. I was having Lemsips every hour. Sidemen, get fucking heating. I know you can afford it.
I'm yet to get back, by the way, so Member Productions just got 6 of my worn pairs of bockies, so
I have them.
on eBay somewhere. Was it cold? No, that's unfortunately just the size of it. I know the shorts aren't very forgiving. People were complaining that it was cold, which is why one day we started wearing jackets.
Yeah.
I'm a warm person, so I didn't really feel it, but it definitely wasn't warm. How much was fake/produced? Like, none of it was fake, and none of it was overly produced.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the only bits that they made us do something was when someone was in a temptation room and they basically just went, say what you think. Do you think they're going to take the
Yeah, that is
temptation?
true.
And then they'd do a similar thing after
Yeah, because we
challenge is
always
done.
would go off track. Like when Jason goes in the temptation room, no one gave a fuck. no one cared. So the mics would be like, so guys, they wouldn't be like, talk about this. They'd be like, guys, Jason's just got into the Discord is active, is it? Only fake thing were the eyelashes. Ahaha. Is it active right now? What's it saying? Is everyone joined it? I love speaking in this chat. Yeah, whoever wrote my name wrong, Milli, yeah, with an E, you're getting blocked next time you do that. Oh, you cutie pies. Oh, ban them, ban them. That's a new rule. That is a new rule. Anyways.
You know, just to put it in the shows, it doesn't just cut from bit to bit.
Someone said I joined the Reddit one. Which Reddit one? I haven't made a Reddit one.
Synergy. Was it hard to get to sleep? Once the lights were off, no, but it took a fucking long time for that to happen. Apparently the half an hour call before bed meant nothing to some people, and that was actually just like a time to, I don't know, pop some sort of Energizer tablet in their asshole because they were just running around everywhere. Did you notice the cameras? I feel like you do forget about them.
Yeah.
I feel like I could see some people who'd like completely forgotten about them, but I feel like in my head, I was always like somewhat aware. The way I describe it is it's not like, oh,
yeah. You want to know how I kept my cool in that reunion? Because I knew they were filming. I am literally, guys, let's be aware, I'm a fucking Scouser mate, okay? So we all have anger issues. And, well, not anger issues, but when that was happening in the reunion, bruh, I was literally, you see me go this. That's the angry bro. And I was trying to relax. I was like, ain't no way I'm going to be the new Megan McKenna. No fucking way. So I had to keep my mouth shut. But we're Scousers, we don't get knocked out, literally. I sound like a fake Scouser though, but you know what I mean.
Well, I know the cameras are watching me. It's more like, you know, when you're saying something in like a group of like, I don't know, like 8 or 9, suddenly everyone else's conversations stop and all the eyes are suddenly on you and you're like, oh shit, oh God, I don't really know what to say now. Yeah, basically she catfished me, you know? That is the sort of vibe you got.
Well, I actually, guys,
anyway.
I don't know if George's gonna let me say this, but whatever. I actually knew about George getting catfished because the way he kind of found out as well was by texting me, because the girl he was talking to, we like followed each other on Instagram and like she was dating my friend. So he's actually messaged me and he was like, do you know like who this girl is? Like I was meant to meet her on a date. And I was like, George, babe, my love, she's got a boyfriend. So if you see me laughing a bit too hard when he's saying that, it's because I was like, oh my God, I remember that. So yeah. My love, yeah, like, my love? Do you not call you? Oh my God, what? That's me being sarcastic, that's how I talk. My love, babe, like, it's not like actually like, bro, you guys reach at everything. I shouldn't have even told you guys I have a boyfriend because you reach at everything. Anyways.
Sort of click on like halfway through the conversation, like, oh, this is a conversation that they might want to keep in. Lo and behold, none of those conversations I had they wanted to keep in. Respect. Game recognises game. Was it weird being the only one who knew the Sidemen personally? Well, it kind of almost bit me in the ass because everybody started thinking that I was a member of production. Like,
I started that rumour because he knew too much that was going on. I was like, wait, you're definitely production. Like, you know too much that's going on.
a plant. There's no way that they have this fucking buffoon in here for content. There's got to be something wrong with him. And they identified many things that are wrong with me. And then we went into challenge arenas, and the sidemen were bloody egging them on. Like, oh yeah, no, he is a plant. He is a plant. Has he told you this yet? PK had it with Specs when Specs came in, but I had it more often where there was like a familiar face. I feel like I sort of relax a bit. People I know. This is a bit easier now. Speaking of the challenges, this place is a game. I don't know if you knew this, and the emotions get high. So I'm sure you've got some much more hard-hitting questions for me. But in order to answer them, I might need a little bit of privacy.
What?
Hi, sexy voice. Any questions for me?
Why didn't you have an alliance?
Oh, I don't think I was aware that people were actually doing
this. This is the thing. I've said this. If our alliance, we didn't have an alliance. Me, Sinner, Jason, George. We weren't an alliance. The only alliance there was between me and Jason. We literally said we will not vote each other out. We're the youngest. Anyways. But the only reason why I think me and George, I got voted out as well. Basically, we've had this conversation. If it wasn't me that day, it was going to be George. And that proves it because the next elimination was between George and Farah. It was like me and George knew we were next. If we sat down and said together who we were voting out, we would have stayed to the end. Because we had more majority of people on our side, like our little thing. There was more people there. So if we all decided who to vote on, like the other people would debate, we would have... I only thought you'd get to the final. Yeah, so did I. But voting systems, how it works. And I knew because we didn't discuss who we were going to vote for, we would have stayed in long. Genuinely, we would have stayed in long if we done that. But because we were just living in the moment, we were having a good time, we didn't actually sit there and think, shit, we should actually pick who we're going to vote for. But we didn't do that. So then obviously people just kept coming at our group. So yeah, it ended up me going first. Then obviously Farah got voted off next, but that was only because of the rock, paper, scissor. And then obviously, yeah, George did get to the final, semi-final, or whatever it is. But yeah, that's what I wish we changed. I wished our group actually focused more on that. But you, Sinner, George, and Jason never voted for each other, right? Never. We never voted for each other. They never voted for me. Neither did DDG. I didn't vote for him. He didn't vote for me. So yeah, I feel like that is more people than that voted for me. So if we actually all spoke to each other, we would have literally probably all got to the final, but we were just living life. Anyways.
I think because I didn't have an official game plan, there was no need for them. But I thought, if I just get on with people, is that not enough?
Yeah, same.
Please?
Why were you unbothered about people spending?
I was bothered, but before they spent. So like the whole group feast debacle, I was like, you know what? I'm not all in on this one. But I feel like once it's been done, it's been done. And I feel like there's no good that can come from trying to be the spending police.
Then you just
I don't know why I'm pretending like I'm literally in the room. Like we all know I'm not in room 19. Look, I'm filming this from out of my bathroom. The illusion is fooling nobody. Why were you always voting for Whitney? There was actually only 2 occasions where everybody voted, and I wasn't on any of the other occasions where it was like a single person vote. But both of the times that it was like a whole group vote was after my temptation room. She told me that it was her that said she wanted me gone. Is that a fair enough reason? I feel like voting someone out who wants you gone's quite a fair reason. How many times did I poo? Do you know what? Not an awful lot. I feel like my stool was on inside
crazy, that
Who was
question.
the best at darts / table tennis? Rogue shout, because I felt like you just wouldn't expect this from her. Whitney was actually probably the best at darts.
Oh, was
I think
she?
she hit 2 bullseyes in a row and we all leapt out of our skin and went crazy. Table tennis was where I shined. I feel like I became a somewhat professional, and I didn't actually lose a match while I was on there. Why did I pick Mandy, who I fancy the most? She came up to me beforehand because she didn't have goggles. She was like, don't pie me, don't pie me.
I was hoping George said me then. He didn't say me. Roll the clips of when he said 10-6, no, 11-6, bitch.
Mandy, come on now.
He didn't destroy me at table tennis.
Such a thing. Don't be silly. So I thought, if I pick her out, this is good television. She was flipping her absolute shit. I feel like she'll enjoy being front row seats to the spectacle that I'm about to produce.
I do think though, I'm sorry, I think Mandy's got a face card. That's with no makeup or lashes. She is unreal.
when I'm
She's-
about to produce. And she did.
Honestly, I think
You should have trusted the process,
Mandy's
man. You should
beautiful.
have trusted the process. Why did I pie Ethan? I'll be honest. I think he knew that it was coming because I went up to one of the production and I said, "Hey, it says when we turn over the cards, it'll be pie the insider that you think something, something, something. Hypothetically, they're a part of the show, the sidemen. Are they an insider?
No one else would have got away with that, by the way. If I pied any of the sidemen, I think they would have kicked me off the show. He only gets away with it because he's Mr. Mullet Daddy Golden Boy for the sidemen. That's why he got away with it.
And this specific member of crew said, I think they could be. Who would I have voted for if I was in DDG's spot? Maybe DDG, maybe Farah. Would I have got the piercing / shave my eyebrow?
Ooh, really? Maybe DDG. That's crazy. I do feel like DDG came at George a lot. And especially like after watching the show, like I didn't know DDG kept coming at George, but I think it's because George, in my opinion, George is a threat. And not just a smart threat. Like he's funny, he's a good looking guy, all the girls loved him because obviously he's very respectful and he's like he doesn't really care about female validation because he's just like being himself. So like I think I didn't notice it when I was in there, but after watching it, I was like, yo, he wanted to get George out so much. I couldn't believe it. Anyways, just saying, hated for being nice is crazy. When you're in there, being nice is obviously not the way to go. But DDG didn't even care about winning. Exactly. He didn't care about winning as long as George didn't win. That's jokes. Anyways, let's go back.
No, not a chance in hell. Don't make any eyebrow jokes. I know it's not there anymore. What do you guys do? Basically, I'm a TikToker or a YouTuber. That's something that we in the biz like to call a little joke. Played a lot of Mafia, which was actually the demise of a lot of people. Table tennis, darts. Oh, played basketball, went to the gym. We did a high intensity interval training workout. Had a little circuit going around outside. I think it was me, PK, Sinner and Jason, just doing a little circuit. It was crazy, just running trains on each other. What did you think of Jason's charity match invite? You know what? Fuck that bitch. Fuck him long dick style. No, he deserved it. Why did I take my temptation? I genuinely wasn't going to, and then I heard the sweet dulcet tones of Vicstar 123. I hadn't actually spent much money. I thought, why not spend some money now, hey? Treat yourself. Yeah, and also I was very well aware that nobody watching would have thought that because I've not spent anything and I've literally just been like starving myself for days. I was like,
Can I just say as well, because he's busy mates with the sidemen, this is my opinion, we knew it was going to be between me and George. We had several conversations. So when he like got pulled into the temptation room, I did deep down think he's going to get immunity because there's no way you'd want George out the way. Do you know what I mean? There's no way you'd want him to go. So I deep down thought, and when George told me he didn't take it, I was like, wow. That's crazy. But then I knew I was gone. I was like, fuck, there's no way you're going to vote for someone that's denied a immunity token. So yeah, I knew I was gone. Milli, look at Discord. Oh God, I'll get scared. What are we looking at? Come back later. Wait, what? What is going on? You tell me to go to Discord and then nothing's going on. Don't look at Discord. Milli, you're interrupting us. We're good. Milli, come back later. Alright. Okay.
nobody's going to think that. Sorry to spoil some of the movie magic for you, but I did it because I thought it would make the show a bit better. Did it?
And you wanted to stay in, George.
About getting votes. I'll be honest, when I was in there, it didn't feel very nice because, again, I was very naive. I wasn't sort of thinking about these sorts of things. So when I got votes, I was like, oh, they must hate me. Did it feel like everyone was against you?
Yeah, I feel. Oh.
I was joint most votes, so I was like, clearly people are wanting to vote me out.
Oh.
And then also that same day I had to spill the tea, so it was like a double whammy of, George, wake the fuck up, people want you out of here. Why slash when did you cry? Okay, look, I may have shed a tear. After the spill the tea challenge, as I said...
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at him crying. I'm just laughing at the fact they put music on.
It was Farah's elimination, spill the tea challenge, same day. The questions that Sexy Voice was asking me towards the end of the interview was just like, are you okay? But then Welfare, as I left, were like, do you want to have a talk? Which they do after most Room 19s. And I was like, nah, I'll be all right. And they went, no, please, can we have a talk? And I was like, fine. So they took me outside, went outside for the first time. And they were like, you all right? And I was like, yeah. And I could feel myself breaking up. You know you should be really proud of yourself, right? And I was like, oh. I think it
like,
was
I know at the end of the day that it's a game show, but I don't know, there's a certain way to make people feel welcome and wanted, even if you think they should go. Like, George was not a bad person. He wasn't rude to anyone. He was funny. Like, okay, you wanted him gone because he's a threat, but I don't know why he felt upset. Maybe like because people kept vocally saying they wanted him gone. Maybe, I don't know. It's quite sad though.
Like, it was like a sigh of relief of like, oh, I've not been doing anything wrong. Why did I let PK win? So in the pyramid game, I let him keep his pyramid because day of the final, first thing they did, you get called into room 19. They're like, who do you want your winners to be? I said, if Sinner and PK are in the final, then I'm
yeah, PK did carry. I'm going to be honest, PK carried
really okay with that and leave happy. Because what I don't think this is showing that PK is a good guy. Like he gave the safe box to Sinner and was being completely truthful. And I feel like when I saw that, I was like, you know what, mate? Like it made sense in my head. It felt like the right thing to do because he'd give Sinner his box. He'd been providing content all week. It sort of felt right that he ended.
Was it hard to not take things personally in there? No. I didn't take things personally in there, only when they were unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? So me getting voted off, I didn't take that personally. Like I don't mind that. But when there's comments and there's ways to go about it, and I feel like that's when I'd be like, because I'm not stupid. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's ways to go about it, and there's ways to treat people. So, yeah.
His experience telling the truth. I don't know. Maybe I'm waffling. Maybe I should have just taken it straight from his cold hands. Why did you take the box?
Oh, DDG.
I took the box because DDG wormed his way into my head, man. I was about to say it really annoys me. I don't think it really does annoy me, but it's just every now and then when I really think about it, I'm like, why did you do that? But I'm literally, as I say, completely okay. PK and Sinner, and we weren't even aware if there was going to be another safe box in there. We thought we may just be playing it out now. Obviously, told PK to keep his box, told Jason to
Horrible. My heart was going pitter frickin' patter.
was on the line. It was absolutely horrible. I got PTSD. Thoughts after inside. I feel like I was just very drained, like physically and emotionally, more so than I've ever been in my life, because it's such an insanely just different experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, day after I came back, I literally just stayed in my room for like 24 hours.
Yes.
Why was so much cut? This is a fantastic Cristiano Ronaldo, but I feel like you'd have to donate that question to Netflix. This is all very new to them, and I think they sort of prioritized the drama / story moments so that it would be more watchable for a wider audience.
Yeah.
Were things bought that weren't included in the show? Yes. And I don't know if by the time this video comes out they've released a full sort of cost list, but I would love to know how much money each person spent.
37k! Wait, what? 10k of that was a ping pong ball. Just saying. Me and George did a competition. Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever lost had to buy the ping pong ball. That was £10,000 because they kept taking the ball off me and George, and I lost.
Would what has been cut change the audience's POV? I think so, yes. What you're seeing is only the most dramatic bits. I feel like naturally your opinion
I don't know what the
change.
audience's POV is.
It's just
to be
because
honest.
you'll
It's
see
just
more of us and how we get along and the whole actual group dynamic outside.
Yeah, you actually don't even see me, George, Jason, and Sinner, really, to be fair.
I want to vote this person out because I hate the way they dress, you know? Who was the funniest, PK or Patrice? PK was constant,
Patrice
but
was
Patrice,
jokes.
I feel like he knows what he's doing. He's got very dry sort of sense of humour. What was the first thing you did when you got your phone back? I think I messaged my family to let them know that I was alive, and then I just didn't touch it for hours.
Yeah.
Most awkward moment. The reunion. I would describe my feelings throughout the reunion was when you're at your mate's house and their mum comes in and starts telling them off, and you don't really know how to act, so you're just sort of...
Yeah.
No, Miss Smith, my mum wouldn't let me act like that. Would you have done anything different? In hindsight, I wouldn't have taken DDG's box, obviously. I feel like then if I were to have changed something, I wouldn't have been myself. Maybe I should have played a game. Maybe I should have switched things up and not just sort of lived my life in there. If I did something different, it would have been me. Maybe if I was given a second chance, maybe I would switch things up. I wouldn't be just myself living. Maybe I'd put on the persona of the Riddler, George, dropping little sweet hints around the place as to where they could find some chocky that I've bought. I don't know. Did I lose weight? Yes. When
Same.
I first came back in the flat, Chris and Arthur, both unprompted, said, "Oh, you've lost weight." It was sort of delivered in that way, and I was like, is that a good or a bad thing? Was there any drama we didn't see? Jason made Maya cry.
Yeah.
That's not funny, is it? It's serious. He said something about pretty privilege. He realised that that's not a very sensitive thing to say. Are you in DDG cool? Yeah. And I don't even need blinged out wrists to do it. Fuck me, that just proved that I wasn't cool. Yeah, but literally there is no bad blood. I was unaware that there was this thing to try and get me out, but even finding out, that's just quite funny. Literally, the last conversation we had is I messaged him wishing his son a happy birthday. Do you still have your harmonica? Of course I freaking do, right here. Would I have preferred being on season 1? I mean, there's no way of telling. I feel like whatever season you're on, you're going to be happier on that season. I'm more similar to a lot of the people on season 1. It wouldn't have made sense in terms of the show. No, I wouldn't want to change the season I was on. And finalement, would I do it again? Yes! Yes, I would. Who knows, maybe I'd go out first time. But hey, if there's an All-Stars, I'm there, front row and centre, if I'm allowed. If not, then I'll watch.
Yeah. Great video, George. Great video. Yeah. Y'all still talking about this while DDG is doing legendary stuff. And? Like what? What, people can't talk about their experiences? Okay. Odd comment. The fuck? Anyways, did you see DDG cut his hair? Yes, it looks so much better, I personally think. What an odd thing to say, I know. Can you explain more about the Jason and Maya thing? I can, but I can't. Because I actually wasn't there. I was in room 19, and all I know, me and Jason were close, obviously. And all I remember is walking out, and Maya was like actually in tears. And I was like, oh my God, like I genuinely thought something terrible happened. Like, I was like, what's wrong? And then Jason was like, man, she crying because I said she had pretty privilege. And then I laughed because I thought he was joking. And then he was like, no, I'm being serious. I was like, what? So then I walked up to her and I was like, are you okay? And she's like, no. And I was like, what's wrong? She's like, Jason said this. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, well, to be fair, you do, but like, you're still like really nice. And like, you're more than just a pretty face. And then we all just started talking. All the girls are like comforting her. And yeah. Yeah, Maya talked about in her YouTube video, she said it wasn't deep. Yeah, well, I can't answer that because I'm not Maya, but yeah, and also you need to bear in mind, like when you're in there, your emotions are high. So she probably wouldn't have reacted like that on the outside world. Maybe she would have been a bit like, maybe she wouldn't have cried because, do you know what I mean? Like, because in there, your emotions are so high. But yeah, I mean, is it really that deep? It wasn't said to me, so I don't know. But it obviously did upset her to a certain degree because she cried. But yeah, bless her. Anyways, did you see how George and Jason acted as strangers for the charity match? Yeah, I was meant to go to that as well, but watch it. But I was moving house that weekend, so I couldn't go. She can't give thoughts on Maya, only her thoughts towards it. Yeah, obviously, because I'm not Maya. How am I going to tell you how she... I'm not her. I can't say. I'm just saying what I saw. Getting George's drinking YouTube videos, that would be crazy. He hasn't asked me to be in one yet. I'm sure he will one day.